Did you know that a young boy drowned the year before those two others were killed? The counselors weren't paying any attention. They were making love while that young boy drowned.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a special Friday the 13th. What the hell am I playing? Well, I am playing Friday the 13th, but we're playing the SNES version, not the SNES, the NES version of Friday the 13th. Unfortunately, the game is a little on the infamous side, and isn't really held in very high regard, but I think it's actually a pretty good little action game, and we're going to take a look at it. Now, like most kids, if you had played this when it was first out, say in the late 80s or the very early 90s, and you were greeted by this screen, you probably didn't know exactly what was going on. And if you just kind of jump into it, you're going to get very confused. In fact, I think that's what we're just going to do. We're just going to jump into it and see what happens. And then later, well, then a little later we'll play the game more seriously. Alright, so we're walking around, we're jumping, and we're throwing rocks, and we're getting chased around by, I don't know, zombies? And already the game is beeping at us because something terrible is happening. We just got a lighter, and a knife. Well, if you hit start, you'll see that that cabin up there in the top right is flashing green. That's because Jason is over there butchering somebody. So if we go into this cabin, we can switch. We can switch our counselor here. So apparently he's trying to kill Laura. Oh, there he is. And we're going to try to get away from him, but we can't. He's just beating us to death with his fists. We're throwing rocks at him, and we're dead. We've lost one counselor already. Maybe you find this cave and you start walking around this cave trying to figure out where you're going. And what do you know, Jason's attacking somebody again. Oh, but we're not out of the cave. We don't know where we're going. And we died. Alright, so Jason's over in that house. Maybe we can rush over there and rescue them. But we're going the wrong way. But we're going to the right. I mean, we're going to the left. That should be the right way, shouldn't it? No, now we're in front of the cave again. Well, again, if we go to the left, we should go to the house, right? Well, in this case, it worked, huh? What do you know? And Chrissy's in here getting killed by Jason. Oh, well, maybe if we just throw rocks at him. Hey, we did it. We beat Jason. No, you win for now. Alright, so maybe at this point you're confused, or you've just had about enough and you don't want to keep playing this anymore. And, well, there's Jason again. And how are we supposed to deal with this? This is just... it's too strong. He's killing us too fast. So that's probably what most people experienced the first time they went through this game. Now we're going to try to approach it a little more seriously. Let me just reset this. Hang on. This game is actually a bit on the tough side. And a lot of that is because you don't really know what you're doing unless you have like the instruction manual in front of you and you get a feel for it after playing it a few times. For example, you see that we have 6 different counselors that we can pick from here. Now, they actually all play just a little bit differently. Some of them are faster than others, some of them jump higher than others, some of them can attack faster than others. Now, I don't remember how they break down, but I do know that I prefer using Mark or Chrissy over here. And each time you play this, these 6 counselors are going to be in different cabins across Camp Crystal Lake here. And since we're looking at the map, let me tell you a little bit about that right now. The smaller orange houses are small cabins, and that's where the counselors usually are. While the larger yellow ones are large cabins. Those are important because there are fireplaces in there. And as you find lighters over the course of the game, you can go into those larger cabins and light the fireplaces. You do this for a couple of reasons. It will give you hints as to what you can do over the course of the game, but you can also unlock a special item. That special item is the flashlight. As you saw when we were in the cave before, the cave is dark, but if you go in there with a flashlight, it lights up the cave and you can actually see all these hidden rooms and entrances that you can go through. But still, going into the cave can be difficult because the cave is like a maze. You may also see that there are these cabins in the trees here. Those are cabins out in the woods. You do not have to go to those to light their fireplaces, but you can also often find special items in there. Now, the important part there is the lake itself. There are a row of 3 houses there, and that's where all the kids are. Jason will eventually get to that house, those rows of houses, and start killing those kids. If you look in the bottom right, we have 15 of them. We want to try to keep all 15 of them alive, and keep all 6 of our counselors alive. Now, if we lose all 6 counselors, it's game over. If we lose all 15 kids, it's also game over. So, I'm going to start by playing Mark. I like Mark because he is fast and he jumps really well. But in Mark's case, he's starting in a cabin close to the lake, which for my purposes is good. Use the torch to light the fireplaces. Now that might be a little confusing because we're not actually using the torch. We're using the lighter. Now Jason is already starting to attack somebody. Alright, but we got our lighter and we got our knife. So here's another thing I think I should let you guys know about. Those items we just found, they don't appear at random. They appear in kind of generally set locations. And there are only so many of them in the course of the game. So for example here, Mark could walk around Old Crystal Lake and collect every knife, and then there will be no knives for any other counselors to use. And those items will only start appearing after you've destroyed a number of enemies. The enemies we've seen outside so far are in fact zombies. Now, you saw me do this earlier. If we go into a small cabin and press start, we can see the map and we can see where Jason is attacking because the house is turned green. And that's where Laura is right now. So now we have control of Laura. If I didn't take control of her, or we didn't send somebody there to save her, Jason would have eventually killed her. So I was attacked by Jason in the house last time. We're going to see if we can find him and actually fight him this time. So, if you didn't know that you could dodge, fighting Jason is very tough. Even if you can dodge, it can still be pretty tough. Because I am dodging way too early. To dodge, what you want to do is press down and to one of the directions. It doesn't actually matter which direction you dodge to, just as long as you do dodge. You win, for now. So what we've actually accomplished there is we've sort of fought Jason off. He's left. He's not in the house anymore. Sometimes if you go outside fast enough, there he is again. So here's something I don't think a lot of people know, but Jason actually follows 2 specific routes. There's one through the forest and one through the caves. Now, because he's attacked us here in this house, he's going through the forests. So that road that we're on right now, he's going to follow that all the way around the camp until he gets to the forest at the very north. And then he's going to go into the forest and circle around to the lake. Jason always begins and ends in the lake. Another route he has is through the caves. He'll start at the lake, work his way north around, get to the caves, walk through the caves, leave the caves, continue a kind of counterclockwise path back to the lake. Now, we're not going to use Laura. Keep using Mark. Now, Mark started the game using not knives, he started the game using rocks, and eventually he found knives. We can find a number of different weapons over the course of the game, and some of them are more powerful than others. Now, I'm jumping around like a madman, because that's how you get the items to spawn. Like that. That's the healing medicine. We can either hang on to that healing medicine, which will automatically heal us when we lose all our life, or we can use it to heal a counselor. Okay, here's a big cabin. Alright, we've lit one fireplace. Now, when we're inside a building, the perspective of the game changes, and we kind of get like this adventure game kind of look here. Like if you played any of the NES adventure games, like, say, Shadowrun. Not Shadowrun, Shadowgate. Or Uninvited. Or even the Goonies. The Goonies had sections like this. That's what we're looking for. We want to find notes in these places. And if I hit select, we can pick the menu here and choose take. Go into the woods. Alright, now I actually have some notes here. So I'm going to open these up so I can look at them. Now, navigating the map can also be kind of a challenge. Going to the left usually makes you go clockwise around an area. And going to the right usually makes you go oh, there he is! Going to the right usually makes you go counterclockwise. So yeah, Jason just came out of the woods and attacked us. Now he ran away because when you strike him enough times, no matter what weapon you're using, he'll eventually just turn around and leave. And we're going to try to take advantage of that. The same is true inside of houses. But we're going to go into the woods. The woods is also very maze-like and can be very dangerous. But the woods is also where you can get some very strong items. Okay, now this time Jason is attacking the children, which is bad. Okay, I think, there we go. We've just found one of the cabins in the woods. I think this is the... What is the... I'm looking at my notes trying to find out which cabin this is. This is the east cabin. Now, this cabin has a door here. You can't get in without a key. So I need to leave and find a key. The key is one of those items that will randomly spawn. So I might be able to get it to appear. Those kids are in trouble. Now, am I going to be fast enough to get to them in time? I kind of doubt it. The lake is another one. You think sometimes you're going counterclockwise, you're going clockwise, and you end up going the wrong way. Although he is pretty quick. Yeah, you see? I was going left and I was going counterclockwise. Okay, come on. Quick, 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 quick. Thank you. We only saved one kid. Great. There's Jason. Now this time he has a machete. Now this is just a visual difference. I'm pretty sure he still hits the same. Oh, in case anybody is wondering, I am using an auto-fire controller, so I am shooting at Jason more quickly. Honestly, a good idea is to set up a pretty quick counselor at one of the cabins close to the lake, so that way you can always make it here in time. Oh, there was another enemy. That was a crow, and that's a key. So we're going from day to night. Nighttime, the enemies get more aggressive, and more of them start to show up. Okay, I want to get into the woods now that I have the key. Oh great, oh, wolf. That's a problem. Wolves will show up in the forest and in the caves, and they are some of the tougher enemies. Okay, let's take this note. Fire will damage Jason the most. Now, that's for them. Ooh! Did I miss it? I guess so. Hang on, let's check. There we go. That is the axe. The axe is an even more powerful weapon than the knife. Okay, don't deal... Honestly, I don't think dealing with wolves is a good idea. Okay. Who's getting attacked and where? Over there. Okay. Now, unfortunately, we can lose this weapon. And that would happen if we accidentally grab, say, a weaker weapon like the knife. Okay, Debbie's there. Alright, you've watched what happened if I fight Jason in the house. And I would generally say fighting Jason inside the house is more dangerous than outside. So what we're going to do is we're just going to leave. But the second we leave, he's going to be out there waiting for us. So what I want to do is just duck and then fire as fast as I can to hit him 7 times, so that way he'll run away. There we go. So, now Mark is here. Mark has a pretty good weapon, actually. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take Chrissy. Chrissy's pretty quick. She's about as quick as Mark. And I'm going to bring her over to the lake, and she's going to kind of unofficially protect the children. But since we're over here, we'll have her light these 2 cabins. Yeah, that's medicine. Now, normally grabbing medicine is a good idea, but there's a finite amount of medicine. And I would rather have our active counselor grabbing as much medicine as possible. You may notice that I duck a lot when I shoot at these enemies. That's because depending on the weapon that you're using, the trajectory of the weapon can change. So the knife just shoots forward, but the rocks kind of angle up. Any notes? Okay, so I think we want to go back this way. No, there's Paul. Okay, Mark's over there in that house. Uh-oh, the children are being attacked again. That's bad. Okay, so we're going to take Mark's axe by choosing this pass option here. So they've exchanged weapons. So now Chrissy is going to take her axe, and she's going to go try to smash Jason's head in. Again, be careful with the jumping, because you could end up getting the wrong weapon. Okay, we're rolling the wrong way, of course. Now these blue zombies are water zombies. I think they're a lot less dangerous, but they're harder to deal with. Okay, now Jason has an axe. Here's something else I think I should let you know about. When Jason is moving back and forth, he's usually going slowly. But when he rushes, that means he's about to attack and he's going to hit you twice. So you only want to be ready to dodge really fast. Now, unfortunately, Chrissy is kind of banged up. Oh, someone's getting attacked. Who is it? It's somebody real close. I didn't realize there were so many counselors here around the lake. Alright, we're not going in there, though. We're gonna go in here. Hey, Mark. And there's Laura, who's unfortunately pretty banged up. Again, we're going to go outside and just throw rocks at Jason until he decides to leave. So, Mark did have a nice weapon for a little while. Now he's back to using the knife. But we're going to change that. We're going to get Mark a really strong weapon. Or I hope we are, if I can pull this off. There we go. Because we did all that stuff earlier, going into the woods and going to that cabin, there's now a torch here waiting. The torch is one of the more powerful weapons in the game. There's only one weapon stronger, and even then it's kind of negligible. Although the torch fires in a little bit of an arc, and if it hits the ground, it just sits there burning. And we have to wait until an enemy hits it. Okay, now we're going to go hunting for Jason, bringing the fight to him. Okay, if he's over there, we want to go this way. Again, be careful with the jumping. Oh, there's a machete. The machete is really strong. Okay, but what we want to do is we want to lure Jason out of that house, not go in there with him. So George is in there. and back to Mark. So since Jason was in that house down there, the one 2 down from us, he's going to go counterclockwise around the perimeter of the camp. So if we take control of Mark... I'm sorry, not counterclockwise. Yeah, he's going to go counterclockwise. We want to go clockwise. And we might be able to encounter him again. Yep. Now, Jason would have just killed us, but we had medicine. Medicine isn't doing enough, though. Watch out! Jason's still alive, and stronger than before. So over the course of the game, we actually have to kill Jason 3 times. So we've killed him once already. The benefit, though, is now all our counselors are healed back up to full. So Mark is there by the lake. Where is everybody else? Chrissy's still in that house up there. That's good. We're going to take control of Mark. And I've got to find out what... I don't think we lit the cabin up there to the northwest. So that's where we're going to go. I want to light... Well, not only do I want to light cabins, I also want to collect more medicine. We used up, I think, almost all of it. No, we don't want a knife. Yeah, we have no medicine left. That's bad. There's a machete hidden somewhere in the cave. Well, there is a machete you can get in the cave, but we have something stronger than the machete right now. What I really need is more medicine. That's why I'm jumping around like a fool. I'm hoping to get medicine to spawn. Okay, that's the woods. So what buildings did I miss? Uh-oh, the children. Oh, that was close. Alright, we have to send Chrissy to go save the kids. Nope, wrong way. Alright, we're not doing great. We've lost... Uh-oh, Jason's going quick. Jason, it's only day 2. Calm down. Oh, he killed Chrissy. That's a problem. Okay, who is nearby? Paul? Alright, Paul. Paul is, unfortunately, a lot slower. But he might row faster. He's being unusually aggressive. He knows that I'm streaming and doesn't want me to win. See, he's zipping around that fast, means he's going to attack more often. Alright, now, since we just beat Jason here, let's see if I can get to the map. No, they're not going to let me look at the map. Jason is going to start a new path around the camp. Okay, who's he after? He's after Mark. Mark, get out of there. Oh, a note. You can find a torch in one of the cabins by the lake. Okay, that path will lead up into the woods. Actually, we'll stop here just for a minute to see if we can get some healing items. Wolves. Wolves are the worst. There's one. Okay, I think that's the path out. So who's getting attacked up here? It's Debbie. Uh-oh. Now, I would have rather have taken Debbie out of the house to fight with Jason, but Jason has other plans, apparently. You win for now. So, since she's in that house, in the circle around the cave, Jason is now going to go clockwise around the caves here. But he's also going to go inside the caves and do a lap around there before coming back out. Now, we're going to take Mark over by the lake real quick. Yeah, don't get the knife. I want to make sure the fireplaces here are lit. Now that's probably something I've never noticed before, but I think the cabins get their fireplaces doused in between days. So we've killed Jason once, so it's a new day. And if we kill him again, it'll be the third day, and then we only have to kill him one more time. Yeah, we only got 9 kids left. That's not great. We've lost 6. So we didn't quite lose half of them, but it's still not a good number. Okay, where are you? Okay, you're still... See? He's still by the cave, like I mentioned earlier. And he's fighting with... Debbie. Ugh, poor Debbie. Okay, he's going fast. That means 2 attacks. You see, even the zombies are getting more aggressive. Did I miss it? No. But there can only be about 3 of them on screen at any one time. Uh-oh, there he is. Ah, he's after the children. Now that's bad. Who's close to help the children? George is. Only George? No, Laura's not that far. Now, I didn't notice this the first few times playing through this, but the counselors actually move around. Like, they'll go to different cabins and stuff. Okay, George, you're going to have a hard time. I may actually, in fact, be screwed. Let's find out what happens. Okay, that's fast, so that means 2 attacks. That's still fast. Now, something that's annoying is that while we're rowing the boat like this, Jason can still attack us. And there's very little we can do to protect ourselves at that point. Although, thankfully, he tends to just swim by really fast. Ah, the zombies got us. Great. This is really going to come down to Mark. Just you watch. Okay. Oh. Go into one of the cabins by the lake. Now, I'm pretty sure that note is to tell us about the torch. We've already got the torch. Don't want a knife, though. Now, I was pretty sure we lit the fireplaces around here. But we're going to double check. And then we're going into the cave. Well, there's a key. But Mark does not need a key. Mark needs whatever healing items I can get his hands on. Great. So yeah, there are more zombies at night. They're faster and they're more aggressive. We got 3 healing potions. And now we have the flashlight. We're going to take the flashlight into the cave, because that will illuminate the cave. Now, thankfully, I already know where I'm going, so it's not that big a deal. But now you can see that there are passageways in the back there. Don't want that knife. We do want that medicine. Bats! I completely forgot there were bats. See, there is a hidden cabin. There's a few of them actually in the caves, and there's somebody very special waiting for us. It's the severed head of Jason's mother. That's Pamela Voorhees. Now, if we can beat her, we get a special item. We can actually come and fight her anytime we like, but each day we fight her, she gives a different item. And she's already killed us twice. Since this is day 2, this is the item we really want. Provided I can survive. We now have Pamela's sweater. Pamela's sweater is a great item. What it does is it reduces all damage by half, round down. So, for example, if an attack did 5 damage, it would now only do 2. And with that, we're ready to start hunting Jason. But I also want medicine. Okay, is there anybody closer than Mark? Not Debbie. Laura's pretty close, so Laura, we're counting on you. Go save the kids. Alright, I'm getting told to heal. Now, I can't heal, really. What I have to do is wait until I run out of health, and then the medicine will automatically heal me. Although, technically, I can go into a cabin and heal a counselor. But I think you actually heal more by waiting for your life to run out. There's Jason. Oh, he's zipping around quick. Ah, no. Well, Mark and Debbie are pretty much in the same place. That place is bad. Okay, I really doubt that I'm going to make it. The truth of the matter is, I think I only have 2 medicines. So going in there to fight Jason is such a bad idea. So instead, I'm going to go into the woods and see if I can find more medicine. A knife is not medicine. Key is not medicine. Okay, so Jason just took out 5 of our kids. That is bad. And the wolf just killed us. We are not doing good at all. And I think I've collected most of the medicine, too. Alright, Jason is either going around the woods or he's going around the caves. So we're just going to go this way and see if we encounter him. No, he's by the caves, okay. Alright, Debbie. You're gonna go challenge Jason outside. Oh, I forgot to mention. Eventually, when Jason's health is low enough, he won't run away. You have to stay there until you kill him. There he is. You still haven't defeated Jason, and he's even stronger. Okay, now, well, although we have our health restored, we're still not in a good place. We've only got one counselor left. I found one medicine, so that's good. Okay. I'm actually going to go back to the caves again. Uh-oh. Oh, what are you just going to stay here and fight? Fine, we'll fight. Bring it on. Holy crap, we did it! You have finally managed to defeat Jason, but is he really dead? We're not telling. End. I honestly didn't think we were going to pull this off, but that's that's the video game of Friday the 13th. We beat it. Holy crap. Well, I wanted to try to show you guys as much of the game as I could, and I think I showed you a good chunk of it. I was actually heading back to the cave again, because as I mentioned earlier, we can fight Pamela Voorhees 3 times. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch back to the title card. I'm going to turn off the game, and I'm going to play that music that I was playing a little earlier.
Two of my men pulled you out of the lake. We thought you were dead, too. Do you remember very much?
The boy. Is he dead, too?
Who?
The boy, Jason.
Jason?
In the lake. The one who attacked me. The one who pulled me underneath the water.
Ma'am, we didn't find any boy.
Then he's still there.
Alright, so, like I was trying to tell you, you can fight Pamela Voorhees in the cave 3 different times. We fought her on day 2 and got her sweater, which reduces damage that we take. If we fought her on day 1, if we were able to defeat her, depending on the weapon we used to defeat her, we would get the next step up from that weapon. So if, for example, we defeated her with a knife or a dagger, we would get, I think, the axe. But if we defeated her with the axe or the machete, we would get the torch. Although weirdly, I think if you defeat her with the torch, you go back down to the axe. So fighting her on day 1 isn't always necessarily worth it. But fighting her on day 2 is especially worth it, because that's the only time you can get that sweater. And that sweater seriously changes the game. On day 3, you can go fight her again. And if you defeat her on day 3, you get the most powerful weapon in the game. You get the pitchfork. The pitchfork, like the knife, flies in a straight line. But unlike the other weapons which stop when they hit an enemy, the pitchfork will keep flying, so you can hit multiple enemies at a time. While it is the most powerful, I don't know how much more powerful it is than the torch. I think it's just kind of negligible. So if you can get it, great. If you can't, well, you know, that happens. But I do believe that is just about everything for Friday the 13th. And I hope you enjoyed watching me play it. I did not think we were going to pull this off. I thought for sure we would lose all our counselors and have to try it again. But when you get the feeling for how Friday the 13th plays, and the kind of mechanics and mindset that developers were going for, this game is a lot more fun to play. And I had a lot of trouble with it as a kid, but now playing it again as an adult, now that I understand the game better, it's a lot more fun. So you know what? If you are interested, go out and give Friday the 13th a chance. You might end up enjoying it. And what better day than Friday the 13th? Thanks for watching.